took a month of work. Just that little thing. Because nothing in the Smalltalk system is prepared for that. And so, because the one of the things that you have to explain over and over and over again, why is it that if you delete something, you're creating something else in the user interface? You know, in order to create a new method, you have to delete the existing one visually. Right? You select the method, you delete it, and then you create a new one.
Yes.
You know, that's the user experience that happens in any system. So, you know, like in order to do it, I have to be here, delete, and then I create. Like, where does it, when, why, how does it map on the intention? Because this doesn't map on the intention. Now, but this is not everything. We're still having one little tiny thing. Yes, Steph?
Could you open two methods and remove the line below the selector on the other one too?
Okay, so now I would like to go from here to the lower method, but I'm on, you know, my hands are on the keyboard, right? So at this moment, I don't want to see this morph, right? I would really want to press down and go down, because that's what user interfaces are. The intention is what drives the decision. So now, I don't want to go too much into these details. We can talk about it. This is still in prototype phase. It's not part of the main distribution of the inspector. But the interesting thing here is that we are opening up a different way of consuming code. And this is why, this is the very reason why we did not start with the code browser. Because this is not where the opportunity is. And there's so many other things that we can do. We just got ourselves started. Now, if you think about the I, the integration in the IDE, then we really need to stop thinking about the implementation of what's cheap to do in the next term and start thinking about where do we want to be in 5 years or 10 years from now. And the one thing I know is that we should not wait another 30 years to produce the same design. And in order to get there, we have to start now to think different. And the way we think different is by looking at the IDE as a whole. But actually, the IDE, you know, that's even the wrong place to look. Because the IDE is just the artifact. And the artifact is the result of a process. That's developer experience. Our goal has to be developer experience. Now, this presentation isn't just about developer experience, but it's actually a call to arms. Because in order to get that, we need to design for it. And this design is as important as the language. Because Smalltalk, factual or inspired, is still a language and the environment. Both of these citizens are first class. And it's time to pay attention to the second one. So I'm calling, it's an explicit call. If you want to join this effort, please contact me. If I manage to convince one of you to join this effort, we will have increased our team with 30%. You're laughing, but this 100% that we have up to now produced the solution that you just saw. And if you add 30% every year, we will not have to wait for 30 years to produce something radically different. Now, there is one tiny other thing that I want to talk about. And you know, in the last century, this gentleman called McLuhan, he told us that we shape our tools and then the tools shape us. And so in a recent talk, Mr. Wilson Miner, who's a designer, he gave a beautiful discourse on how design decisions that we're making will affect our future. And he starts from the observation that the car was the artifact that dramatically influenced the last century. Because we first built the car, and then we built the road. And then we built another road. And then we built our cities around the world. And then we built, or we changed our culture around the world. Road. And then he went on to observe that the next major artifact that is likely to change this century is the screen. And he's then asking, he's a designer, and he's asking his fellow designers, how do you want this world to look like? Because he's starting from the observation that we are the builders, and we are the designers. And what we do now will affect the next of the century. And so now I'm asking you, this is our world. How do you like this world to look like? Because we are the builders, and we are the designers, and we can think and spend as much time as we want and focus on the details, but we should never lose track of the goal. And the goal is not technical. Thank you very much. I think I'll let you digest that, and we keep on in the break, if that's fine. Thank you.